Hello my friends, and welcome back to another review session with me, the older man. So here's the thing. I like to answer questions. I get around 5 to 30 questions per day thrown at me via Instagram. If you guys are not on Instagram with me, follow me on Instagram. You're able to send really quick voice messages, ask me a question, and I can easily just pop you back a voice message. Doesn't take a lot of time. Okay, so get over there on Instagram. If you're watching this video on Instagram, I want you guys to know that I'm going to be answering some of these questions on video from now on, so that everybody can get a good idea of a lot of the questions that are being asked. Because what I have noticed is that there's a lot of very similar questions that are kept pushed on me. And there is one question that keeps coming up quite often. And I'm going to read one of the questions that came up this morning, just so that you guys can understand the problem that we're facing in today's modern society. Of course, I'm not going to give the guy's name, but it's a concerned husband. All right, let me find him here. So this was his second question. He said, also, when a wife is no longer affectionate anymore, does that mean the marriage is done because sex and affection are two different things? I'm hurting deep inside. Can I give you my number, please? I need guidance. Now, this is a very common problem in today's modern society. And I'm telling you guys, and for those ladies that don't understand what feminism have done by telling you that you could go out and be as promiscuous as you possibly can.
Very big body count, and I'm very happy, and I'm in.
What's the body count?
Probably like 300 something.
300 something, okay. And you said, okay, 300.
Yeah, what about you guys?
Mine's at like 50.
I'm also at 50.
Kiko, body count?
Men and women, or?
Let's separate them.
Men at 7, women at 5.
Stop the cap!
20.
Yeah.
6.
8.
All right.
Just like a man, the ramifications of that is that you do not have sex like men. Men can have sex with a hole in the wall and go home and love you. Women can't do that. Women produce a hormone that makes her bond with a man. The problem that you have, ladies, is that if you keep giving your bodies over the years to different men, when it comes time for you to settle down, it's literally impossible for you to bond with one man.
A woman sleeping around, it hurts herself more than anyone else because it impacts her ability to pair bond. So women have a hard time staying when they've slept with too many people, statistically. Yeah, because women that have slept with more than 5 men, their chance of a happy marriage drops from at 80% after 10 years, they're going to be in a happy marriage, to 30% after 5 partners after 10 years.
It is difficult for you to produce that same bonding chemical for one man, because you have literally killed it with the 20, 30, 40, 50 bodies that you've gone through since you decide to now settle down. You are not like men. So now you're married and you don't want to have sex with your husband because it's not exciting. Every one of those bodies that you've been through, that's like taking a hit off of that crack pipe. You can't just go back to cold turkey and have one hit and expect to get any high from that. You've been taking tons of this drug for years. All through your 20s, you've been hitting that crack pipe over and over and over and over and over again. And now you decide to settle down. You think that you're going to be satisfied? No, you're not like men. But the bigger issue is that you're bringing all the trauma from each and every single one of these men into your marriage. Why do you think men want younger and more pure women? You ladies don't understand. This is the reason. And of course, the number one reason is to make sure that you don't step out and bring another seed into your family.
You are not the father. I'm very sorry. Very, very sorry, Lorraine. Are not the father.
Oh, that would just have.
I'm sorry, Mr. G.
There's nothing more traumatic. There's nothing a man hates worse than having to rear and provide for a seed that isn't his. If you watch my last video on this, you will understand why this is such a big issue, because I went into it in detail. But if you listen to this woman describes about trauma and the problems that women have of not being able to connect.
Nobody talks about the fact that when you're done healing, it's nearly impossible to date because you see red flags in everybody. You see so many things that you're not willing to compromise because you actually trust your intuition, and you can see when things are an issue with people that you won't be able to get over later on in the relationship. So you don't allow your feelings to get in the way of logic. You just cut it off before it even gets to that point. And then on top of that, you realize how many people aren't actually working on themselves and are just seeking shallow connection. Like, they're not looking to improve themselves as a partner. They think they're perfectly fine the way they are. So there's no room to even grow into a relationship together because they're already set in their ways. It's exhausting because you're also then feeling lonely at the same time, and that sadness can be overwhelming. But I would rather be alone than be with someone who's not right for me. At the end of the day, healing is very bittersweet.
Why it's hard to trust men going into a new relationship, you have to understand the problem. If you were willing to give your body to this many men, you have taken the trauma from every single one of these men that you bonded with, that they did not bond with you. Because you were punching above your grade. These were not men on your level.
This is what girls say when they're shooting out of their league. Like they'll say, "Oh, why isn't he treating me right?" No, he's just not giving you the attention you want because you're not on his level.
But where he can get any girl he wants,
it's easier.
Why choose her?
Easy. It's like, okay. If a guy, let's go back to the cars. If a guy wants a free test drive on a car that he has no intention of buying, is he going to go to the salesmen that are, selling these really nice cars when they can kind of see that he's not looking for anything? Or is he going to go to the Honda Civic dealership?
He's hungry to make a sale.
Yeah.
These were men above you that were just using you for your body. And the ones that you bonded with, they didn't want you. But because social media have told you that you're amazing, and all of these simps and all of these wealthy men that have been telling you how great you are and flying you out and treating you to the best restaurants and all of this stuff, no intentions of holding you down as a wife. Now that you're married, your husband can't give you that thrill. Not one man can give you that thrill. Because you are getting that thrill from the 4, 5, 6 different men that you've been with over a year period. And each of these men are providing something different. Now you expect one man to do that for you? It's impossible. So you have screwed yourself. Literally, you have messed up your prospects to be monogamous. And you could probably be monogamous, but you're going to be unhappy. You're going to be unsatisfied. And guess who suffers? The poor husband who you don't feel like having sex with. That's the problem. Anyway, guys, I'm going to keep this one short. I just want to point this out so that you guys can understand the problem of promiscuity. I just want you guys, and especially you ladies, to learn the problem that you will have with being promiscuous like these girls.
What's the body count?
Probably like 300 something.
I mean, think about it. 300 bodies and she don't feel anything. She's happy. No, she's an outlier. There's only a few women that would make themselves that available for 300 bodies. But even 50 bodies, 20 bodies at her age, you think that any of these girls can be able to bond with one man for a lifetime? No, it's impossible. The most they can do is sit and suffer with one man. The worst they can do is sit, suffer, and make that man suffer as well. And the third level is go out and cheat and live a double life and hope the man don't find out. Those are your 3 options, ladies. Okay, guys, listen, let me know what you think. Of course, subscribe, hit that notification button. I'm going to start trying to produce more long-form content and also start to answer a lot of your questions in videos. So if you have any problems, like I said, get me over on Instagram, let me know, and I'll be happy to help you guys as best as I can. Of course, if you want deep-rooted issues solved, then you have to come over to askanolderman.com and book a session with me. Very reasonable. Okay? See you guys in the next one. Cheers.